Today is September 17th, Tuesday morning. It is about 9:50 a.m. in the morning. Today I figured that I'll just make a quick video, the morning video. Excuse me. I have a lot of prep to do for, I have an interview coming up this Thursday, so I have a lot of prep to do. I figured that today we'll focus a lot on that. It is going to rain today, so I may not be able to go out for the quick walk that I have gone to yesterday. That was pretty nice, because even if I can't go to the gym sometime, even going out for a little bit walk, even 10 minutes, makes a big difference. Anyway, that's all right. In the evening, there is something that I need to go attend, so I'll do that. So probably the day and the evening will stay busy. So I may not get a chance to make any more video today, but I figured, like the daily journal point of view, I should make one, because that kind of helps me to stay on this path of transformation. I was listening to a Joe Dispenza video, and then before that there was a random video I was listening to on YouTube, talked about atomic habit. I saw that book, but for some reason I couldn't get into it. But in that YouTube video, when I was listening to, there was a very interesting thing that I learned. It talked about, say you are trying to form a new good habit and you're having a challenge. They said, pair it with one existing good habit you have. Say you really love watching a TV show, and but say you don't want to go to the gym and that is what you want to make it a habit. They say pair it with, like, you go to the gym, work out, and after you come back, then you watch the TV show. I thought that's pretty clever, right? So there was something I learned which was new. And from the Joe Dispenza thing, another thing I learned is, which also I learned this past weekend, actually, when I went to the church, that but it's interesting how the same message, when it's delivered differently, it resonates with us. And that's why sometimes we need to listen to different things, because this message was already there in one of the Joe Dispenza videos, but somehow I missed it before. So the message is that everything in life, good or bad, is a lesson for us. And normally we think the lessons are only the bad things, right? So the bad things that are teaching us, but even the good things, because when we look at it as a good learning lesson, how we got to those good things, we can keep repeating them, right? And especially for kids, when you're trying to teach your kids, it's good to teach them that the example they used at the church, I remember, was that if you watch a movie and you can ask your kid, what did they learn from that? And that'll get you, that will tell you their perspective. And even better is, let's say, if you look at the movie summary beforehand, and if you know what it is, and then when their concept is totally way off or something, you can teach them the good parts if you have researched it before. So I was like, that was really, really good, because I haven't thought of the things like that before. As far as the excuse me, progress and things I keep talking about for myself, I think yesterday I didn't make progress. I probably tanked a little bit, but then sometimes that's the thing, that when situation happens, but then you use the situation to learn and grow. And that's what I tried. I kept thinking this morning and last night, and the lesson is more patience. And one of the person I talked to, she tells me that sometimes things, when it seems like you know in your heart that you're right, it could be harder to process. But then you ask this question to yourself: what can I do today, right? Something that you want to do, maybe you can't do today, but you can do later when the time is right. And that is something I would have looked at differently in the past. So I was like, okay, I learned that, So every situation is that the easy things, of course, is good, and it makes us feel good, but doesn't teach us the big lessons. The big lessons always come from challenging situations. So in some way, I got to feel blessed about those too, because those are the ones that give us those chances to learn something bigger. Yeah, I did some mindfulness practice this morning, and I'm glad that excuse me, I keep making these videos, because if I didn't, I don't know if I'll do the practice, because I wanted to talk about that mindfulness practice I did, because otherwise I probably would skip it. So the consistency is the absolute key, because no matter what I listen, from where I listen to, when we try to make a good habit, when we try to change our habit to become a better person or whatnot, consistency is the absolute key. That's what I see everywhere. So that's why I keep coming and making these videos, and I hope to continue as long as I can. So anyway, and I saw some new folks have subscribed, so thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It gives me a sense of community. I know that none of us have met in person, but you guys give me the strength to keep going, to keep making these videos. And some of you also have said this, these videos have helped you, and I feel really so grateful, because when I started making these videos, I didn't really think that it will be beyond anything that I wanted to. I just didn't want to give up my mindfulness practice, and I just wanted to be consistent. So I was like, okay, I got to hold myself accountable, and how do I do that? And then I forced myself. One day, it was Memorial Day, May 27th, Monday afternoon. I was like, okay, today I'm gonna make it no matter what, because even though I started to think in March of 2024, this year, I created the YouTube channel. I was sitting at Barnes and Nobles, I remember, but then things kept coming up and I didn't. And if you see some of my videos from back then, you'll know there was a lot going on. I just didn't have the time even to make 5 minutes video. But anyway, I don't have the videos still then, because I started creating end of May. But anyway, I talked about those in many different videos, what was going on, with limited details, without sharing too much personal details, but it gives you an idea. But anyway, I'm gonna keep focusing on what I want to attract, because that's what Joe Dispenza says. You want to keep focusing on what you want to attract, rather than what is. Because if you keep focusing on what is gonna keep happening. And that's why lately, if you have heard my videos in the last couple of months, maybe, I talk less about what is, and it's on purpose. And I think it is helping. So if you have some challenging situation, I know it is hard to not talk about that, because trust me, I did that. I was on that hamster wheel for months. I'll tell you how long. I still do a little bit, but a lot less. Since November, when things happen, I have a calendar there, so that's why I'm looking over there. Excuse me. 8-9 months straight, I kept talking about things, what is, and sometimes that's what we need. We need to keep talking about what is to get it out of our system. But then at some point, you need to realize that this is not where you want to be. For some, it could be 2 months. For some, it could be 9 months. For some, it could be 2 years. But at one point, you need to figure out what works, and that's what I kept practicing different things. And what was most important for me was to finding a community, and I have a group of friends who are the community, who support me, who lifts me up, and that helped me to keep going in this path, and keep doing the little things like going out for coffee, or just to sit down and talk about, I don't know, self-help books or even other spiritual books. And those are the things that have been giving me peace, and things like that. So you got to find out what works for you. And ultimately, we all seek peace, inner peace, the good feeling emotions, right? So, and that the deeper peace can come only when your emotions, when your mind is in a good place. So to do that, you gotta keep exploring what works, and then eventually you'll get there. And then again, it's not a straight line. One day you'll feel the best, the next day could be challenging. But as long as you know when challenges come up and how can we get back up and keep going, that's the key. So I have noticed as I started practicing the cycles of bad feeling to good feeling, I'm able to shorten it. And that's the key, because sometimes when you're sad for several days versus you're sad for half a day and then you can keep going with your life, that's better, because life is sad sometimes, but and life cannot be happy all the time, right? But unless we can spend time on our spiraling down thought, is better. And that's what we all got to keep trying, keep practicing. Well, I still ended up talking 12 minutes. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and if I don't make any video later today, I'll talk again tomorrow.